to today's live session. And if you're joining me today is your first time of joining me in my live, please, I would like you to let me know where you're watching me from today. Yes, I would like you to know where you're joining me from. Yes. So today's topic is all about I've gotten this particular common questions many times from people me of how much money to start investing in real estate. How much money do I need to start investing in real estate? So I would like to tell each and every one of you to stay till the end of this video, of this live stream video, because I will be breaking down different budget levels and how you can start investing in real estate regardless of your income level. So today you are seeing Beltorachi on your screen. Beltorachi from Asaba. That is where I work as a real estate broker. I base here in the city of Asaba. I work with Medici Homes, a well-known, trusted real estate company in Asaba here. So I work with them and I've been with them for the past 2 years. Yes, I've been with Medici Homes for the past 2 years. And I have this passion about helping people to invest wisely in real estate, because I've come across many companies and many realtors that are trying to, help people invest, but after everything there might be one issue or the other, and then the person's investment might go to waste. So that is why I am so passionate about helping people to invest rightfully and in the right way without any mistake. So should we dive into today's topic, which is the biggest questions? Now, do you really need millions before you invest in real estate? So I'm going to be explaining that. Do you really need millions before you invest in real estate? Well, all of this depends on the location, the property type, the payment plans, and then the investment goal. All of this depends on the kind of location that you want to invest in. It depends on the property also available. And then go. What are you using the investment for? What of you investing? What are you buying the land for? What are your needs? That will determine how much money you need to invest in real estate. So let's dive in. Now, here comes the investment levels that I told you about, which is number one, the budget level. The budget level. How much do you have? I'm sure before you reach out or before you think about, before you invest in landed properties, you must have thought about it several times. You must have thought about it severally, and then you must have come to conclusion that this is the amount that I want to invest with, and then this is the kind of property that I'm actually looking for. And that is when you start budgeting the actual amount that you would like to use to invest. That is the budget level. The entry level investors, they start with small plots of land in the developing areas as well. And there is what we call installmental payment plans. If you don't have the actual amount of money to invest in that particular location that you want, you can go for the installment payment plans. There are land banking opportunities as well. What your budget, what you are looking for, and then the kind of location you're investing. Now we move over to the budget level 2, which is the larger plots. Now these are the investors who would like to invest in a developing area already, in a developed area, sorry. They would like to invest in the developed area. And I know that they will not have this least amount of budget to invest in such area, because it is already a developed area. It is already a developed area. So your budget level is the first thing you should know of before you know how much you would like to use to start your real estate investment. So there's another thing called, let me dive into that installment payment plan option. Like I said, how much, the question of everything is, how much do you actually need before you start investing in real estate? And that is when this particular installment payment plans comes in. Let me take it for instance. You want to invest in, okay, let me use our estate for instance. We have a property that is currently selling at the price of 950,000 naira here in Delta State. And then let's say you want to buy acre. We sell acre at the rate of 9 million naira. Yes, we sell acre at the rate of 9 million naira, which is 10 plots. And you want to buy, this particular property. You want to buy the acre, which is 9 million naira. But you are thinking of, I don't have this amount, but I want to buy this estate. I want to buy it in bulk. I don't want to buy it in one plot. I want to buy it in 10 plots, which is the acre deal. How do I go about it? Now, this is when the installment payment plans comes in. You don't have the 9 million naira to invest immediately, right? Then go for the payment plan option. Yes, that is the installment payment plans. Go for it. Some people might give you a minimum of 3 months to pay up the balance with 0 interest. Some people might also give you 6 months to pay up the balance with 0 interest. I know a lot of you do not know this, but many Nigerians are really building their wealth through installment payment plans. They will start with whatever they have. They will start with the little they have. The major important thing is they started on time. They started in time. They did not delay. So that is how you can actually start investing with the little you have. You don't necessarily need the millions before you start investing in real estate. Now, because sometimes I feel bad because I'm a real estate broker that is based in the city of Asaba. So some people will reach out to me, they would like to buy property, and then I'll tell them the price of the property they are looking for, and then they will start feeling bad because they don't have the amount at hand. They don't have the whole amount, and they will start saying, I don't have this amount. But it's left for you, the realtor. Now, this is when the realtor might either marry you or help you. Now, it is left for you, the realtor, to tell the person the actual truth, that you can actually start your investment journey with the little you have. You can go for the payment plan options if you don't have the whole amount of money to invest in real estate. You can go for the payment plan, which is the installment payment plans option. So it is now left for you as well to decide, okay, I would like to go for it. And then you start it. Something you start small might turn to bigger something in the next few years to come. So if you don't necessarily have the whole millions before you invest, you don't necessarily need to have the whole millions of money before you invest in land. You can start with initial deposit of 500,000 naira and spread the balance for 3 months or 6 months, depending on what the companies are giving you. So you that is watching me, or you that is looking at me, I hope you're learning something, that you don't necessarily need millions before you start investing in real estate. As long as you saw this location and you are dealing with a trusted company, please, you don't have the millions and you would like to invest in real estate with this particular company, ask them for the installment plan option. Ask them for it. There is no estate company that does not have installment payment plans. There is no company, as long as I know, there is no company that does not have installment payment plans. So you see, that particular questions that you used to ask me, do you really need millions before you can invest in real estate? The answer is no. You don't really need millions before you invest in real estate. You can start with whatever you have. The major thing is that you started something. You started something. So do not be scared about anything. Do not be afraid. Just go for the payment plan option. Go for the payment plan options. Now, another thing which I would like to throw in is land banking opportunities. Now, some of us, the Nigerians, we know the best investment strategies that we ever have, which is the land banking investment. Many people do not know about this particular strategy, which is the land banking investment. So, what is land banking all about? What is land banking all about? So, land banking simply means you buying a developing land, a developing area. You investing in a developing area and then holding it for some years for the value to increase, for the value to appreciate. That is what land banking actually means. It is not something big. Land banking is just that you, instead of keeping the money in the bank for some years, you can actually put it in the land. A land that you are sure of, that is situated in a strategic location, that is situated in a prime location, that in some years, 2-3 years for, the value must have tripled. That is what land banking is actually all about. And you can start it with installment payment plans. If you don't have 1 million naira to invest in land, you can start with initial deposit. You can start your land banking investment with initial deposit. So that is what land banking is actually all about. And then also, if you're not someone that is patient enough, please avoid land banking investment. I will tell you the truth. Land banking is for long-term investments. Yes, it is for long-term wealth creation. Land banking is not something that you will just invest in land and then in the next 1 year or 1 month, you're already expecting the value to triple times 3. Let's say you bought a property that is selling at the price of 500,000 naira, or let me just use 500,000 naira, and then you're expecting it to be 2 million naira in 1 month. It's not done that way. So if you want to go for land banking, you must have it in mind that land banking is not a quick money scheme. You need to give it your time. And that is what we call gratification in real estate. Delayed gratification, where you keep your investment, just ignore it. Some of you ignoring it, that is where the huge money and profit is made from real estate. You see, land banking, you don't need to ignore that land banking. So for your long-term investment goals, go for land banking, and you can start with whatever you have. You can start with whatever you have. So let's dive into the next part, which is the common mistakes to avoid. Common mistakes that you must avoid whenever you want to invest in land. Common mistake that you must avoid whenever you want to invest in land. And it goes like this. The first mistake that you must avoid is this: waiting for too long before you start investing. Waiting for too long before you start your investment. It is very, very wrong. Because the more you wait, the more the value of that particular property triple in value. The more you wait, the more the opportunity passes you by. So if you would like to invest in real estate, or if you see any property, any particular property that suits what you're looking for, please and please do your necessary due diligence, do your necessarily verifications, and then invest immediately. Do not wait for too long, because if you wait, you're going to miss out on that particular property. Just like here in our estate, in our company, there are some properties that we marketed for 950,000 naira around last year behind Iswasta College of Nursing Science School here in Delta State. And some of my prospects, I marketed this property to them. I make sure that I reached out to them 7 consecutive times. But do you know what? They ignored me that moment. And then some months later, they came back and was asking me of that particular property. Lo and behold, the property is no longer 950. It is the value of that property currently is 3 million naira. So you see, do not wait for too long before you make a reasonable decision whether you want to invest in this particular estate or not. Do not wait too long before you invest in real estate land. Do your necessary due diligence and then invest immediately. Now, the second common mistake that you must avoid whenever you're investing in real estate or whenever you're investing in landed property is this: buying land without verification. God. Now, some people made that mistake of buying land without verifying. I'm not saying that you cannot trust someone, you cannot do business with someone you trust. I've met someone that purchased the property without seeing me physically. Everything was based on internet because he is in diaspora, his diaspora clients. But then what did he do? He told me to send him the available documents that we have. I never knew what he wanted to do. But all I know as a real estate broker, I already know that, okay, this man wants to, well, maybe he wants to see the particular document that we do issue out to clients. But not knowing that this particular person requested for the particular documents that are available so that he can verify it with the necessary authorities before he invests. A day go by, I did not hear anything from him. 2 days, I did not hear anything from him. Then the third day, he called me to inform me that, okay, he already did his verifications. And lo and behold, the documents were recognizable. The documents were legalized. And he made payment instantly. He made payment instantly. So I am not saying that you cannot trust someone, you cannot do business with someone you trust. But before you buy any land, make sure that you do your verification very, very well. Do not pay for a property without verifying the owners of that particular property. Do not pay for a property without checking the documents that are available. Do not pay for any property without seeing the property. If you're in Nigeria in the diaspora, you can be helped by video tour at the site. You can be helped with a video tour at the site. Yes, some people do lie. They will go and stand in a place that is not the exact land. I understand you. I understand your fear. But do not make the mistake of paying for a property that you're not well sure of. Do not do that. The third mistake that you must avoid is ignoring the documentation. I already said that. Ignoring documentation. What are the documents that are available with this particular property? What land titles come to this particular property that I'm about to buy. Do not be ignorant. So whenever you're dealing with land investment, do not be ignorant. You must be knowledgeable enough. If you're not knowledgeable enough about the property, that about the investment that you want to do, at least the someone that you called your real estate consultant or your real estate broker or your agent should be able to tell you things about this particular property. That is why I always hammer on, make sure that you are dealing with a trusted broker, make sure you are dealing with a trusted real estate consultant, and make sure that you are dealing with someone that has your interests at hand. They should be able to show you the available documents before you make that first purchase. Do not ignore your documentation. Very, very necessary. Now, the fourth thing that you must avoid is investing based on emotions. Haha, instead of proper searching. You must avoid that. You are investing in landed properties. You are trying to build a generational wealth and you are ignoring other things that comes with it because of emotions. Because the person is your brother. Because the person is your sister. Because you know the person from here. You know the person from there. And then you avoid doing the necessary things needed. My brother, my sister, you are going to regret investing. Yes, you heard me right. You will be the one to cry later. You will lose your money. So like you will lose your money in real estate, and then you will promise, like you will be so scared to the extent that you will tell yourself that I will never invest in anything land. I've come across people like that. I've come across individuals that are like that. I've come across such individuals that are like that. They were duped. They were duped of their money. Because this person was buying and then I decided to buy. Later on, figured out that there was an issue on the land, and till date they are still in court. Till date they are still going to court because of that particular property. So those are the 5 common mistakes that you must avoid whenever you're investing in landed properties. I will repeat it again. Number 1, which is waiting too long before you start your investments. Do not wait for long before you start investing. 2, which is buying without verification. You must ensure that you conduct your due diligence. You verify the necessary things needed, knowing the owners of the property, knowing the document that comes with the land, knowing how the documents come to be, knowing why the property is being sold at this particular rate. You must know all of this before you pay for that particular property. Number 3, which is ignoring the documentations. You must not ignore this thing called documentation. Number 4, which is investing based on emotions instead of searching or instead of verifying. You must avoid it. Cut it off if you want to invest in real estate or if you want to invest in landed properties. You must avoid buying based on emotion. Conduct your due diligence. You might not know if the person that you think is your brother might want to dupe you. You might not know. So conduct your due diligence very, very well. Thank you so much. And now I would like you to throw in your questions. Your questions, please. Ask me your questions. Hope we all understood what I just said. Yes, thank God we did. So I would like to know what your questions are. Please do well to put down your questions in the comment sections because I will be here to see all of them, please. I think I'm seeing someone dropped something. He said Greenlock said, is that real estate here? I don't understand. What does that has to do with whatever I'm teaching you? Please, if you have any questions, can you kindly drop your questions? What is your biggest challenge with real estate investments? I would like to know that as well. Do well to put it down in the comment sections. What is your investment budget? What do you have to use to invest? Let's say you want to start your investment. What is your budget? And which location would you like to invest most in real estate? So please do well to ask me your questions. Do well to ask me your questions. We are left with few minutes left. Let me say 5 to 3 minutes. I'm done. Ask me your questions. What is your biggest challenge with real estate investment? What is your investment budget? And which location would you like to invest the most? Ask me your questions. This is time for questions. Please feel free to ask me your question. Anything about real estate, ask me your questions. I don't normally do this live of a thing all the time, so I do it once in a lifetime. I do it once in a while, maybe once in a month or once in a week. So do well to ask me your questions. Feel free to ask me your questions. What is your biggest challenge in real estate investment? Well, Torachi is here to help you. Feel free to ask me your questions. And which location would you like to invest most? If you're told to invest in land, which of the locations would you like to invest most? Time for questions. Questions about real estate. Okay, I think I don't think we have any question. Okay, I'm not seeing any question. I'm not seeing any question. Okay. All right, since we're not seeing any questions, so if you would like to invest in real estate land here in Delta State, if you would like to invest in real estate land here in Delta State, do well to send me a DM or do well to send me a message. Just go to my profile, you will see my number there. You can easily reach out to me from there. Since we don't have any questions, so I would like to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for joining this my live session. And I want to assure you that real estate is not only for the wealthy people. Please have it at the back of your mind. Real estate is not only for the wealthy people. Yes, it is not only for the wealthy people. If you have 500,000 naira, you can invest in land. You can own a property. If you have 500,000 naira, you can start your own investment here in Delta State. You can start your investment. So be rest assured and always have it at the back of your mind that real estate investment is not only for the wealthy people. You yourself can acquire property if actually you want to invest in real estate. So for more guidance on the real estate tips, inspections, investments, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and share this live stream as well, because someone out there might need this service. Someone out there might need it. So this comes to the end of our live section. See you some other time. And if you have any question that you would not like to put it out there, do well to send me a message. And I will drop my phone number on the live stream. I will drop it there. You can reach out to me from there. Thank you and do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.